Before human beings understood the secrets of the Pantanal, before science revealed its hidden laws, there already existed a world where every movement could wake a predator. In this vast wetland, between rivers, swamps, and shadows beneath the water, every creature must run, hide, or fight to survive in enemy territory. Welcome to the Pantanal, the struggle for survival in the kingdom of predators. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to give us more motivation and continue creating quality content. Don't forget to comment below what you thought of the video and tell us where you are watching from so we can chat together. May God bless everyone with health, peace, and love for nature. Let's begin. In the heart of the Pantanal, the largest tropical wetland on the planet, there is a predator whose mere presence can change the behavior of the entire ecosystem. It is the jaguar, known scientifically as Panthera onca, the true sovereign of these flooded lands. With a weight that can exceed 100 kilograms, it possesses the most powerful bite among all the big cats on the American continent. Unlike other predators that avoid water, the jaguar turns rivers, lagoons, and swamps into part of its hunting territory. Its muscular body, combined with an extraordinary ability to swim, allows it to dominate both firm ground and flooded banks. Wherever it appears, capybaras, caimans, and other animals become more cautious, as if the entire Pantanal recognized the arrival of its supreme predator. Among its most surprising prey are caimans, reptiles that for many other predators would represent an overly risky challenge. Its extraordinary mandibular strength allows it to pierce bones and skeletal structures that few felines can break. But even for the king of the Pantanal, every hunt demands patience, precision, and a perfect reading of the environment. The jaguar detects a capybara feeding near a bank covered by dense vegetation and remains motionless, observing. It advances slowly, using shadows, bushes, and the wetland's natural cover to approach without being discovered. When it reaches the perfect distance, it surges from the vegetation with an explosion of power directed at a single target. The hunt is decided in an instant of absolute precision, where the jaguar's surprise and strength are impossible to counteract. Its dominance over multiple types of habitat allows it to occupy a unique position within the Pantanal food chain. In the Pantanal, every appearance of the jaguar transforms tranquility into tension, because all the wetland inhabitants know that the true king has just entered the scene. In the heart of the Pantanal, where murky water meanders through a labyrinth of roots and mud, the air is dense and heavy with suffocating humidity. The constant murmur of the jungle hides a drama of survival occurring just beneath the surface of the dark and deep rivers. Among the treacherous currents, an alert head with sensitive whiskers emerges. It is the river wolf, the giant otter of the Pantanal. With a length that can reach 1 meter and 70 centimeters, it is an agile predator that knows no fear in its liquid domain. Its robust body of up to 34 kilograms is designed for speed, allowing it to turn with lethal grace underwater. Its chocolate brown fur is so thick that it acts as a natural thermal shield, protecting it while patrolling its territory. In this ecosystem of changing waters, every stretch of the river is a valuable resource that must be defended tooth and nail. A family of otters functions as a perfect tactical unit, where constant communication is the key to group cohesion. But peace is a fragile illusion, for scaly shadows that have dominated these rivers since prehistoric times lurk on the banks. Otters hunt in groups, emitting complex whistles and cries to coordinate their movements while encircling schools of fish. They use their intelligence to corner their prey against the banks, turning the riverbed into an assault zone with no escape. Suddenly, a cry of alarm breaks the group's harmony. A 2-meter-long yakar caiman slides toward the pups. The adults do not retreat before the reptile, instead transforming into a storm of collective fury to intercept the threat. The family surrounds the invader, launching quick and coordinated attacks that confuse the caiman with their superior agility. With surprising bite force, the otters bite the reptile's vulnerable points, forcing it to reconsider its position. The caiman, overwhelmed by the incessant harassment and the group's courage, decides to retreat into the depths to save its own life. The confrontation ends with no casualties for the family, reaffirming their position as the true masters of the current. The success of the defense guarantees the safety of the next generation, but the price is a vigilance that must never rest. In the wild world, family is not just a bond of affection, but the ultimate shield against the most fearsome predators. The giant otter teaches us that courage and unity can subdue even the monsters hidden beneath the murky water. In the eternal dance of survival, the river wolf remains the indomitable guardian of the Pantanal's liquid treasures. In the immensity of the Pantanal, where the horizon blends with infinite wetlands, water is the source of life, and at the same time, the stage for death. Under a relentless sun that raises the temperature to 38 degrees Celsius, every living being is forced to play a dangerous game for hydration. Here dwells the capybara, the largest rodent on the planet, a creature whose existence depends on a precarious balance between necessity and fear. With a robust body reaching 60 kilograms, this gentle giant is a key piece in the food chain of South American wetlands. Its slightly webbed feet and coarse fur make it an expert swimmer, capable of submerging for 5 minutes to escape terrestrial dangers. However, water is not always a safe refuge, for beneath its surface lurk ancient shadows that have perfected the art of the ambush. A herd of 20 individuals stops at the bank, torn between parching thirst and the instinct that warns them of a predator's presence. The jaguar, the caiman, and the anaconda are the three horsemen of the apocalypse for the capybara, watching every move from the brush or the deep mud. The group's social structure is its best defense, with sentinels that emit alarm barks to alert the community at the slightest suspicion. The group leader cautiously advances toward the water's surface, while its senses pick up the metallic scent of mud and the subtle vibration of the current. Suddenly, a 7-meter-long anaconda emerges like a cord of muscle and scales, launching a lightning attack toward the flank of the herd. The water explodes in a chaos of splashes as the reptile uses its constriction force to wrap an unwary victim in a deadly embrace. With a pressure of 6,000 newtons, the snake neutralizes any escape attempt, dragging the rodent toward the darkness of the river bottom. The rest of the herd flees toward the safety of firm ground, leaving behind one of their own as the inevitable price of collective survival. In this merciless ecosystem, a second of distraction is the invisible border between life and immediate extinction. Today's victory belongs to the shadow, but the herd must move forward because hunger and thirst know no mourning. The capybara is not the strongest warrior, but its ability to endure constant pressure makes it an exceptional survivor. Every dawn in the wetlands is a gift won with vigilance, where the prey's patience is the only answer to the hunter's hunger. In the great balance of nature, the sacrifice of one ensures the continuity of many, maintaining the pulse of the Pantanal. Being a prey does not mean being weak, but being the engine that drives evolution in a world where no one is safe. In the hidden channels, quiet lagoons and swamps of the Pantanal, there exists a predator that rarely needs to chase its prey. It is the green anaconda, known scientifically as Eunectes marinus, one of the largest and heaviest snakes on the planet. Some females can exceed 5 meters in length and reach weights that far surpass 100 kilograms. Its enormous body is perfectly adapted to move through dark waters, floating vegetation and deep mud. Unlike many visible predators, the anaconda bases its success on remaining completely hidden. On the surface, only the eyes and nostrils protrude, while the rest of the body remains submerged. The stillness of the swamp can last for hours, creating the illusion that no danger exists among the murky waters. Capybaras, waterfowl, and other animals regularly approach the banks without suspecting what remains hidden beneath the surface. The anaconda detects a capybara approaching the water's edge and remains motionless like a simple shadow among the swamp's reflections. It waits patiently as the prey reduces the distance, trusting in its camouflage and the darkness of the water. When the right moment arrives, the surface suddenly explodes in a violent burst of water and movement. Its enormous body emerges from the depths and wraps around the prey before it can comprehend the danger. The hunt is decided by the relentless force of the anaconda, a silent power that transforms an ambush into an inevitable capture. After the attack, the swamp slowly recovers its calm, as if nothing had happened in those dark waters. In the Pantanal, the green anaconda represents the mystery of hidden depths, a silent nightmare capable of emerging from nowhere when least expected. In the lagoons, channels, and swamps of the Pantanal lives one of the most impressive reptile armies on the planet. These are the caimans, ancestral inhabitants that have dominated the shallow waters since long before the arrival of human beings. In some areas of the Pantanal, their numbers are so high that it is common to observe dozens of individuals sharing a single lagoon. Their massive presence makes caimans one of the most important components of the entire aquatic ecosystem. Although they spend much of their time motionless, they remain attentive to any movement occurring near the surface. Their eyes and nostrils, located on the top of the head, allow them to observe without revealing almost any part of their body. Fish, small mammals, and waterfowl are a regular part of their daily diet. A waterbird approaches the shore to feed while a caiman remains hidden beneath the surface. The reptile remains motionless, relying on the dark color of the water and its extraordinary patience to avoid detection. When the distance becomes favorable, it emerges with a sudden explosion of speed directed straight at the prey. The hunt is decided in an instant, demonstrating why caimans continue to be some of the most effective predators of the wetlands. However, even these formidable reptiles must coexist with an enemy capable of challenging their dominance. The jaguar regularly patrols the banks of the Pantanal and possesses the necessary strength to face caimans of considerable size. This relationship makes the caiman a unique species within the ecosystem, capable of acting as both a dominant predator and potential prey. In the Pantanal, caimans form an immense army of scales that helps maintain the balance between aquatic life and the region's large predators. In the humid gloom of South America's flooded jungles, where the scent of wet earth pervades everything, dwells an invisible architect. The Amazonian tapir, weighing up to 250 kilograms, is the largest terrestrial mammal of this vibrant and wild continent. It possesses a unique prehensile snout, a marvel of evolution used to pluck leaves and fruits in the densest corners of the forest. Despite its massive size, it is a ghost that moves in absolute silence, avoiding contact with any intruder in its territory. Its role is vital for life. It is the gardener of the jungle, dispersing thousands of seeds across kilometers of virgin terrain. When the jaguar lurks among the shadows, the tapir uses its thick skin as a shield and launches itself into the water with surprising speed. In a burst of energy, the giant dives into the deep river, disappearing beneath the surface to escape the hunter's fangs. Few people manage to see it in the wild, but its deep tracks etched in the mud are the promise that the forest will be born again. Every step of this solitary gardener is a seed of hope, maintaining the green balance in a world that needs its constant labor. The tapir teaches us that the deepest impact on nature does not come from the roar, but from the silent action that nourishes life. In the infinite horizons where water and grass intertwine, dwells the largest of South America's deer, a monarch of the wetlands. The marsh deer, known scientifically as Blastocorus dichotomus, is a titan adapted to the most extreme conditions of the Pantanal. With a weight that can reach 150 kilograms, this elegant herbivore dominates an environment that would be deadly for other terrestrial species. Its physiology is a masterpiece of evolution, designed specifically to move with agility over unstable and muddy ground. It possesses extraordinarily long and extensible hooves that spread to distribute its weight, preventing it from sinking into deep mud. An interdigital membrane joins its toes, functioning like biological snowshoes that allow it to walk on floating vegetation without difficulty. Its vibrant orange fur stands out against the green of the water hyacinths, allowing it to be identified by its peers in the green immensity. At the top of their heads, males sport branched antlers that can measure 60 centimeters in length and symbolize their reproductive power. When feeding, the deer submerges in waters reaching its chest to reach the most nutritious and fresh aquatic plants of the lagoon. However, the tranquility of its feast is constantly stalked by the most feared predator in all of America, the jaguar. The jaguar uses absolute stealth to approach through water channels, trusting that the sound of the breeze will hide its lethal advance. The marsh deer relies on its sharp hearing and developed sense of smell to detect any trace of danger among the flooded thickets. Faced with an imminent threat, this animal performs prodigious leaps 3 meters long to escape toward areas where the water is deeper. The deer is a keystone species whose abundance indicates the biological health and balance of the Pantanal and Chaco wetlands. As a guardian of the floodplains, its survival is essential to maintaining the integrity of the food chain in this wild paradise. Crossing the Atlantic toward the vast savannas of South America, an elegant silhouette emerges, known as the ghost of the plains. The maned wolf, scientifically named Chrysocyon brachyurus, is the tallest and most unique canid inhabiting the American continent. Its extraordinarily long legs are an evolutionary adaptation to peer over grasslands that exceed 1 meter in height. Standing 90 centimeters tall at the shoulders, this predator possesses a graceful stride that allows it to move effortlessly across the terrain. Its reddish-orange fur contrasts with a black mane of erectile hairs used to appear more imposing before any threat. It possesses large ears that function as acoustic radars, capable of detecting the slight movement of small rodents among dense vegetation. Unlike other wolves that hunt in packs, it is a solitary hunter that prefers the gloom of the night to carry out its ambushes. Its diet is astonishingly omnivorous, consuming a large quantity of the wolf fruit along with small prey to balance its nutrition. It communicates through a deep bark roar that resonates in the distance, marking a territory that can cover 30 square kilometers. The maned wolf is the mystical guardian of the Cerrado, an evolutionary masterpiece representing the fragility and beauty of wildlife. In the floodplains of the Pantanal, where water and land blend, dwells one of the most extravagant creatures of evolution. The giant anteater, scientifically known as Myrmecophaga tridactyla, is a solitary survivor of an ancient lineage. This unique mammal can reach a length of 2 meters from the tip of its snout to the end of its bushy tail. A robust adult reaches a weight of up to 45 kilograms, possessing a surprisingly strong bone and muscular structure. Its most distinctive feature is its elongated tube-shaped snout, designed exclusively to infiltrate insect fortresses. It possesses a 60-centimeter long tongue covered in sticky saliva that can move at a speed of 150 times per minute. A single individual is capable of consuming up to 35,000 ants and termites in a single day of frenzied feeding. Its front legs are equipped with 10-centimeter claws, so sharp that it must walk on its knuckles to protect them. These claws function like biological pickaxes capable of piercing the hardest termite mounds, which are as strong as cement. Despite having no teeth, The anteater is a formidable warrior that does not fear facing jaguars or pumas. When it feels cornered, it stands on its hind legs and uses its tail for support to launch lethal swipes. A direct hit from its claws can generate a force of thousands of newtons, enough to seriously injure any attacker. Its sense of smell is 40 times sharper than that of a human, allowing it to locate nests hidden deep underground. It acts as an essential biological regulator in the Pantanal, controlling insect populations and maintaining soil balance. The giant anteater is a living relic of nature that demands respect and protection in order not to disappear from the American jungles. In the vibrant shadows of the Pantanal, a group of tireless explorers roams the ground and treetops with inexhaustible energy. The ring-tailed coati, known scientifically as Nasua nasua, is the most ingenious social acrobat of the South American jungles. This close relative of the raccoon stands out for its elongated and extremely flexible snout, capable of turning 60 degrees to sniff out deep crevices. Unlike other solitary predators, coatis live in organized groups called bands, which can include up to 30 individuals. Its 60-centimeter ringed tail functions as a balance mast while performing risky maneuvers in the heights. An average adult weighs between 3 and 7 kilograms, a light mass that allows them to jump from branch to branch with the elegance of a gymnast. They possess an amazing adaptation. Their ankles can rotate 180 degrees, allowing them to descend trees headfirst with total safety. As opportunistic gatherers, they spend the day inspecting the ground for fallen fruits, beetles, and small vertebrates. No nest is safe from their curiosity. Coatis are experts at raiding bird eggs hidden in the highest reaches of the canopy. While females and young maintain group cohesion, adult males are usually hermits that only approach during the breeding season. They communicate through a complex series of chirps and high-pitched sounds that keep the band united among dense vegetation. Vigilance is a shared responsibility. While some eat, others watch the sky and the jungle for any imminent danger. From above, the powerful harpy eagle lurks with claws that can exert a pressure of 500 newtons on a distracted coati. On the ground, the jaguar uses its camouflage to approach the band, waiting for the precise moment to launch an explosive attack. Detecting a threat, the first coati to see it emits an alarm bark, causing the entire band to climb trees in seconds. On land, they can run at a speed of 25 kilometers per hour, zigzagging through roots to confuse their pursuers. Their role as seed dispersers is crucial for the regeneration of the Pantanal forests, carrying life in every bite. As night falls, they retreat to nests built in the highest branches, protected from the cold and terrestrial predators. The coati is the engine of the jungle, an example of collective intelligence and adaptability in one of the most diverse biomes in the world. Observing a band of coatis in action is witnessing the symphony of social life, where cooperation guarantees survival. In the treetops bordering the waterways of the Pantanal resides a small primate whose mind is its most lethal weapon. The capuchin monkey, scientifically from the genus Sapajus, is recognized worldwide as the most astute biological engineer of the American jungles. Weighing barely 4 kilograms, it possesses a brain-to-body ratio that rivals that of some great apes. Its ability to use tools places it on a superior evolutionary level, selecting heavy stones to break extremely hard palm nuts. This act requires millimeter precision and an impact force of hundreds of newtons to fracture the shell without damaging the nutritious core. In the flooded forest, the capuchin patrols the branches looking for fruits, but it is also an opportunistic hunter that does not despise animal protein. It uses its agile fingers to extract larvae hidden under bark and catch grasshoppers with astonishing reaction speed. The troop's social structure is based on intense cooperation, where individuals share vital information about food sources. However, life in the heights is not without risks, and the jaguar is a constant threat lurking from the shadows of the forest floor. Detecting the big cat, the capuchin emits a specific alarm cry that resonates throughout the canopy, alerting every group member. Their calls vary. If the danger is terrestrial, like an anaconda, or aerial, like a harpy eagle, demonstrating sophisticated communication. Its prehensile tail acts as a fifth limb, allowing it to hang from thin branches while using both hands to manipulate objects. It can perform jumps of up to 3 meters between trees with perfect motor coordination, even while carrying its young on its back. As a great seed disperser, the capuchin is essential for maintaining the biodiversity of the flooded forests of the Pantanal and Amazon. The capuchin monkey is the intellect of the jungle, a reminder that intelligence is the supreme engine of survival in nature. Among the emerald green of the treetops, a flash of vibrant colors appears, announcing the vitality of the tropics. The toko toucan, scientifically Rhamphastos toko, is the most iconic and elegant ambassador of the Pantanal and South American jungles. Its most spectacular feature is an enormous 20-centimeter long beak, which combines tones of orange, yellow, and black in a natural work of art. Despite its heavy appearance, this beak is composed of a spongy keratin structure that makes it incredibly light. This tool is not just ornamental, but functions as an advanced biological cooling system to regulate body temperature. By controlling blood flow to the beak, the toucan can release excess heat on days that exceed 35 degrees Celsius. Its body measures about 60 centimeters, and its deep black plumage highlights the brilliance of its face and white throat even more. The toucan's flight is a rhythmic sequence of flaps and glides that allow it to navigate skillfully through dense foliage. It communicates through hoarse and loud croaks that resonate for hundreds of meters, marking its presence in the heart of the jungle. As a primary frugivore, the toucan plays a vital role as a jungle gardener by dispersing seeds of various tree species. It uses the tip of its beak to pick up fruits delicately, and then tosses them back to swallow them whole. Although its diet is mostly vegetarian, it can also consume insects, lizards, and even other birds' eggs to obtain protein. It nests in natural cavities, in trunks, or in holes abandoned by woodpeckers, protecting its young in the heights. The toucan is a social being often found in small groups, sharing the feast of fruit trees in the canopy. Its presence brings a note of serenity and visual harmony that balances the constant tension of survival in the Pantanal. Every time a toucan crosses the sky, it carries with it the promise of a renewed and prosperous forest for the future. It is the guardian of colors, an evolutionary masterpiece that defines the exotic beauty of the South American paradise. Admiring its silhouette against the setting sun is to understand the aesthetic perfection of biodiversity in its purest state. The toucan remains the tireless messenger of life, reminding us of the importance of conserving every corner of this unique ecosystem. Its legacy of color and aerial music is the vibrant soul that keeps the magic of the floodplains alive. Over the golden horizon of the Pantanal, a vision emerges of a blue so deep and pure that it seems to have been stolen from the sky itself. The hyacinth macaw, known scientifically as Anodorhynchus hyacinthenus, is the largest parrot in the world and the continent's most precious gem. With a length of 1 meter from head to tail tip, this winged giant deploys an impressive wingspan that dominates the air. Its cobalt blue plumage stands out with vibrant yellow rings around its eyes and the corner of its beak, giving it an expression of majestic serenity. These birds are the epitome of fidelity, forming monogamous pairs that remain united and loyal throughout their 50-year life. Together they patrol the Manduvi palm trees, looking for their main food, palm nuts, which are a challenge for any other living being. They possess a massive beak capable of exerting a pressure of 2,000 newtons, strong enough to break shells that even a human tool could not easily open. During the breeding season, the pair works with perfect coordination to keep the nest safe in the natural cavities of the tallest trees. While one parent watches carefully for the presence of toucans or falcons, the other ensures that the chicks receive the necessary warmth and sustenance. The hyacinth macaw is not just an inhabitant. It is the vibrant soul reminding us of the importance of protecting nature's most fragile and dazzling beauty. Rising above the floodplains, the jabiru is the maximum symbol of freedom and sovereignty in the Brazilian Pantanal. Standing an imposing 1.5 meters tall, this bird is the largest of its species in all of the Americas. Its wingspan reaches 2 meters and 80 centimeters, allowing it to glide with majestic elegance over the infinite horizon. It possesses immaculate white plumage that contrasts violently with its black neck and a vibrant red pouch at the base. The jabiru builds the region's largest nests on the tallest trees, structures that can measure 2 meters in diameter. These massive nests weigh hundreds of kilograms and serve as secure fortresses to protect their chicks from terrestrial predators. As a sentinel of the sky, its presence is a vital indicator of the health and biological prosperity of the entire wetland. In the meandering rivers of the Pantanal, beneath the green canopy where sunlight barely managed to kiss the surface, flows a world of submerged secrets. The dark and murky water hides an inhabitant surrounded by terrifying legends, but whose biological reality is much more fascinating than the myth. Se trata de la piranha de vientre rojo, a fish that barely weighs 1 kilogram but possesses one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom. Its jaws are equipped with triangular teeth sharp as razors, capable of exerting a pressure of 320 newtons with absolute precision. Beyond its fame as a voracious predator, this animal is a fundamental piece in the ecological engine of South American river basins. They function as nature's cleanup crew, detecting vibrations and the trail of organic matter from dozens of meters away. When an animal's carcass gets caught in the current, the school activates to recycle nutrients and prevent water pollution. The water enters a boil as dozens of individuals cut through tissue with amazing speed, leaving only bones in a few minutes. This aquatic scavenger work keeps the channels clean, allowing life to continue thriving in an environment where decay would be lethal. The piranha is not a mindless killing machine, but a strategist that regulates the biological balance of the continent's liquid arteries. In the wild world, terrifying appearance usually hides a vital function, ensuring the health of an entire interconnected ecosystem. Human fear has transformed a guardian of the waters into a monster, ignoring that its absence would cause an unprecedented environmental disaster. The piranha teaches us that every creature, no matter how small or feared, has a sacred purpose in the great cycle of existence. in the stagnant depths of the Pantanal, where oxygen is a scarce luxury and the water is tinted an impenetrable brown, dwells a titan from forgotten eras. The Arapaima, also known as Pirarucu, is one of the largest freshwater fish on the planet, a colossus that can reach 3 meters in length. Weighing up to 200 kilograms, its body is armored by mineralized scales that function as a bulletproof vest against predators. Unlike most fish, this giant possesses the amazing necessity to breathe atmospheric air to survive in stagnant waters. Every 15 minutes, it emerges to the surface with a characteristic thud, breathing in sky oxygen before submerging again into its somber kingdom. Situated at the peak of the food chain, the Arapaima is an ambush predator patrolling riverbeds with terrifying calm. When it detects a prey, it opens its jaws, creating a vacuum so powerful that it sucks in nearby fish before they can react. This ability to breathe where others suffocate gives it an absolute competitive advantage, allowing it to reign in the river's most hostile corners. This giant's success lies in its unique adaptation, an evolutionary strategy that has kept its species intact for millions of years. The Arapaima is the guardian of the low waters, a living reminder that true strength consists in finding life where the rest only see death. After the thunder of the jaguar's hunt, silence returns to the jungle, but only for an instant before the final act begins. From the heights of the Pantanal and Amazon, the air sentinels begin to descend with choreographic precision toward the battlefield. The king vulture, known scientifically as Sarcoramphus papa, stands out with its white plumage and vibrant coloured head as the sovereign of the feast. These scavengers possess a sense of smell so sharp they can detect decomposition gases from several kilometres away through dense foliage. Its hooked beak is a masterpiece of biological engineering, capable of exerting a pressure of 500 newtons to tear through thick hides. The king vulture is the first to open the carcass, allowing smaller species like the black vulture to access the meat. The caracara, an opportunistic long-legged falcon, patrols the surroundings to pick up fragments falling from the main banquet. These birds' digestive system is a biological sanctuary, with an acidity so high that it neutralizes lethal bacteria like anthrax. By devouring the remains, these sky cleaners eliminate infection foci that could devastate deer and capybara populations. Although they do not possess the brute force of a 100-kilogram feline, their labor is just as vital for the entire biome's stability. The death of a prey under the predator's fangs transforms into life for hundreds of other beings through this process. The consumed nutrients return to the soil, fertilizing the earth so the Pantanal's vegetation can flourish again with vigor. Vultures are the final guardians, those in charge of closing the perfect circle of energy transfer in nature. With the arrival of the monsoon, the sky opens and discharges more than 1,000 millimeters of rain over the upper Paraguay basin. The Pantanal transforms radically, becoming an immense interior ocean covering up to 80% of the region. This geographic change forces terrestrial mammals to adapt to a semi-aquatic life to survive among the floating islands. The jaguar, a formidable swimmer, takes advantage of the flooding to patrol inaccessible areas and hunt prey seeking refuge on high ground. Caimans disperse throughout the flooded plain, using the labyrinth of aquatic vegetation to launch surprise attacks. Water levels rise up to 3 meters in some areas, redefining the territorial borders of every predator and its prey. Thousands of fish migrate upstream in a vital phenomenon that attracts a multitude of fishing birds toward temporary lagoons. Mobility becomes aquatic. Capybaras swim in compact groups, always attentive to the subtle trail of an anaconda beneath the surface. The jaguar's roar resonates through the water, a sign of dominance that propagates more clearly in the humid atmosphere. This flooding cycle is the vital pulse of the Pantanal, guaranteeing fertility and renewal for one of the world's most prosperous biomes. Under the relentless sun of Mato Grosso, the vast interior ocean begins to evaporate, leaving behind a trail of cracked mud. The dry season is the most challenging period, where the abundance of water turns into a desperate struggle for every remaining liter. Humidity levels drop drastically and temperatures easily exceed 40 degrees Celsius in the peak hours of the day. geography changes completely. What was once an aquatic labyrinth is now reduced to isolated lagoons and narrow riverbeds. This reduction in living space forces thousands of animals to gather at the few hydration points that still resist the heat. It is here where the jaguar, the absolute sovereign of the Pantanal, establishes its strategic throne to wait for its next victim. Thirst is a stronger engine than fear, pushing capybaras and marsh deer directly into the claws of death. On the banks of the shrinking rivers, one of the world's greatest concentrations of yakar caimans per square kilometre occurs. Thousands of these reptiles lie motionless, saving energy while their bodies touch each other in tiny spaces. Tension is palpable in the heavy, dry air, where every suspicious movement in the grass can trigger a fierce battle. A male jaguar can cover 20 kilometers in a single night patrolling these banks, looking for an unsuspecting caiman to attack. The attack is an explosion of 4,500 Newton brute force, where the feline sinks its fangs directly into the reptile's armored skull. In these critical moments, nature's hierarchy is revealed with a majestic cruelty, where only the fittest manage to survive. Giant otters also become more territorial, defending their fishing pools against any intruder with fearsome collective aggressiveness. The drought cycle is a necessary evolutionary filter, purifying the population and preparing the ground for the renewal that the rain will bring. The Pantanal, this peerless wildlife sanctuary, today faces one of the most serious environmental crises in its millennial history. The 1.5 degrees Celsius global temperature increase has altered rain cycles, prolonging droughts dangerously for all species. In recent years, devastating fires driven by extreme heat have consumed millions of hectares, destroying the jaguar's vital habitat. The loss of native vegetation reduces the wetland's ability to filter water and sustain the rich biodiversity that makes it a terrestrial paradise. Agricultural expansion and deforestation in the surrounding highlands threaten to suffocate the rivers that feed this unique ecosystem. If the jaguar disappears due to lack of prey and territory, the Pantanal's biological balance would collapse irreversibly and tragically. Protecting this flooded paradise is fundamental to mitigating global climate change, functioning as a gigantic carbon regulator for the planet. Science and conservation must work together to restore affected areas and guarantee safe biological corridors for the free movement of fauna. It is our moral responsibility to ensure that the roar of the sovereign of the jungles continues to resonate strongly in these lands for many more centuries. The Pantanal is the vibrant soul of South America, a legacy of untamed beauty that the world cannot afford to lose to negligence. Subscribe to the channel in addition to sharing this video to carry this message of respect far and wide. Every gesture helps protect nature's wonderful creation. Before humanity understood the secrets of the largest rainforest on the planet, before science revealed how life survives amid constant danger, there already existed a world where adaptation was the only alternative to extinction. In the wild lands of Brazil, amid the vast Amazon, endless rivers, and impenetrable forests, every creature must change, hide, or fight to survive among invisible predators. Welcome to Wild Brazil. Adapt or disappear in the most dangerous jungle on Earth. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to motivate us to keep creating high-quality content. Do not forget to leave a comment below telling us what you thought of the video and where you are watching from, so we can connect and discuss it together. Let's begin. At the top of this grand life network walks a predator that few dare to challenge, the jaguar, or Onça pintada. Majestic and relentless, it is the largest feline in the Americas and the third largest in the world. An adult male can exceed 100 kilograms, and some specimens in the Pantanal exceed 140 kilograms. Its compact and muscular body is designed for the perfect ambush. The jaguar moves in silence, hides among the vegetation, and waits for the exact moment to attack. Its golden fur with black rosettes makes it an almost invisible shadow in the jungle. It possesses one of the most powerful bites among all felines, with a force of 1,500 pounds per square inch. This pressure allows it to pierce skulls, turtle shells, and the tough skin of caimans. While other felines attack the neck, the jaguar bites the head directly with devastating precision. It not only dominates the land, but crosses rivers with ease and climbs trees to protect its prey. In the rivers and flooded forests lives another giant that rules the waters, the pirarucu. This colossal fish can exceed 3 meters in length and reach more than 200 kilograms in weight. Its elongated body, covered in large scales, looks like living armor. Under the sun, its reflections shine like ancient metal. But the most surprising thing is its way of breathing. Unlike many fish, the pirarucu needs to regularly come to the surface to take in air. This adaptation allows it to survive in oxygen-poor environments, such as isolated lakes. In those same waters also dwells the Amazonian manatee, a peaceful giant that glides like a soft shadow. It can reach 3 meters and weigh up to 500 kilograms, being the largest freshwater mammal in the region. Unlike the jaguar or the pirarucu, the manatee survives through calm and a diet entirely based on aquatic plants. Each day, it consumes large amounts of vegetation, helping to maintain the balance of the ecosystem. Together, the jaguar, the pirarucu, and the manatee show three different faces of the Amazon. They represent the strength of the predator, the greatness of the rivers, and the delicacy hidden in wild nature. While jaguars patrol the banks and monkeys move through the canopies, another predator remains hidden in the shadows of the forest floor. It has no giant fangs or great speed, but its mere appearance awakens deep fear. It is the Goliath bird-eater spider, known scientifically as Theraposa blondi, the heaviest spider in the world. It inhabits the humid jungles of northern South America, especially in regions of Brazil and Venezuela. There it spends most of its life hidden in burrows excavated under roots or fallen logs. Its size seems taken from a fantasy movie, comparable to the size of a dinner plate. An adult female can reach a leg span of 30 centimeters and exceed 170 grams in weight. Despite its name, birds rarely form part of its usual diet. The term bird-eater arose centuries ago when an explorer observed a tarantula feeding on a small bird. In reality, its prey consists of large insects, beetles, centipedes, and frogs. It can also feed on small lizards, young snakes, and even rodents. It is an opportunistic hunter that takes advantage of any animal it can dominate with its strength. Unlike other spiders, the Goliath is an ambush hunter that does not rely on webs. Its 8 legs are covered by thousands of extremely sensitive hairs capable of detecting vibrations. When the distance from its prey is minimal, the attack occurs in a fraction of a second. The Goliath launches with surprising speed, and its chelicerae, fangs, can exceed 2 centimeters in length. The prey is caught instantly, while the venom begins to immobilize it. Minutes later, the predator completes its hunt and the jungle returns to silence. Despite its intimidating appearance, its venom does not represent a serious threat to human beings. However, it possesses an extraordinary defensive mechanism based on urticating hairs. When it feels threatened, it rubs its hind legs against its abdomen to release thousands of these microscopic hairs. These structures float in the air and cause intense irritation to the skin and eyes of predators. Another notable feature is its longevity, especially in females who can exceed 20 years. Males, by contrast, usually live only between 3 and 6 years. The Goliath plays an important role within the ecosystem by controlling populations of insects and small vertebrates. In turn, it is part of the diet of coatis, snakes, and some birds of prey. Its existence proves that the Amazon still guards hidden giants that have remained there for millions of years. It is a biological wonder that challenges our imagination in every corner of the forest. But the greatest spectacle of this region does not occur on stage, but in nature. One of the most impressive natural phenomena in Brazil happens right here, the famous meeting of waters. The Rio Negro, with its dark and deep waters, and the Solimões River, with its brown waters laden with sediment, travel for several kilometers side by side without mixing. This visual spectacle is produced by the difference in temperature, speed, acidity, and density between the two rivers. The Rio Negro is usually warmer, slower, and more acidic, while the Solimões flows with greater force. For a stretch of approximately 6 kilometers, both bodies of water keep their colors separate, as if an invisible border divided two liquid worlds. Here, the great Amazon River is officially born, considered the most voluminous river on the planet. Its fluvial system discharges a massive amount of fresh water into the Atlantic Ocean and sustains one of the largest life networks known on Earth. The Amazon is a living kingdom, a sanctuary where nature manifests in its most exuberant form. This immense region houses millions of species of plants, insects, birds, fish, reptiles, and mammals. It is estimated that more than 2,000 species of fish and more than 1,300 species of birds live in the Amazon basin. Every leaf, every branch, and every river can hide extraordinary creatures. From the jaguar patrolling the banks to the pink dolphin emerging among the murky waters, the Amazon functions as an immense life network. In this territory, nothing exists in isolation. The rivers feed the forest protects the rivers, and every creature fulfills a function within a delicate balance. It is a gateway to one of the most complex and vital ecosystems on the planet. The Amazon does not belong to a single owner. It is a universe shared by millions of life forms, where each species fulfills an essential function within one of the most complex ecosystems on the planet. It is estimated that this immense jungle houses about 10% of all known biodiversity on Earth. It is a life network so vast that scientists still continue to discover new species every year. As the sun begins to descend and the shadows lengthen, the jungle continues to vibrate with activity. On the damp ground, a silent survivor moves slowly, the jabuti, the Amazonian land tortoise. Its sturdy shell and extraordinary longevity have allowed it to survive for decades in a challenging environment. Nearby, hidden among roots, one of the most important engineers of the jungle works, the giant armadillo. Known as the tatu canastra, this animal can exceed 1.5 meters in length and 50 kilograms in weight. Its powerful claws allow it to excavate deep burrows that serve as refuge for dozens of other species. But Amazonian life is not limited to dry land. The Boto cor-de-rosa, also known as the Amazon river dolphin or pink river dolphin, inhabits the great rivers of the Amazon. For centuries, this famous pink dolphin has been regarded by riverside communities as an almost legendary figure. During the flood season, it demonstrates extraordinary skill moving through submerged trees. Its flexible neck, uncommon among dolphins, allows it to maneuver with precision among branches and roots. Sharing these rivers lives another extraordinary hunter, the giant otter, capable of exceeding 1.7 meters. This mammal forms highly organized family groups that cooperate to hunt fish. Agile, fast, and highly intelligent, the giant otter constantly emerges from the swirling waters with captured prey. On land, the giant anteater, or Tamandua bandera, plays an indispensable role in maintaining ecological balance. Its tongue of nearly 60 centimeters allows it to capture thousands of ants and termites each day. It thus contributes to the natural control of insects that, without predators, could alter the balance of the ecosystem. Together, these animals represent different survival strategies developed over millions of years. Some depend on strength, others on patience, speed, or intelligence within a great cathedral. But the Pantanal is not just a paradise for wildlife. Nearby is one of Brazil's most impressive destinations, Bonito. It is a place where the water does not hide secrets. On the contrary, it reveals a submerged world like few others on the planet. Its rivers are famous for an almost unreal transparency, the result of the high concentration of limestone in the soil. This acts as a natural filter and removes most impurities before the water enters the flow. In some spots, visibility can exceed 30 meters, allowing one to clearly observe every rock and aquatic plant. Diving in rivers like the Sucuri, Prata, or Formoso is like entering an immense natural aquarium. Dorados, Piraputangas, and Curambatas glide silently around the visitor. Sunlight pierces the crystalline water and creates reflections that turn the underwater landscape into a magical scene. The region of Bonito is part of an extraordinary natural system where rivers, waterfalls, tunyu, and caverns connect. This geological balance is what allows the water to stay so clean and transparent. Its most fascinating secrets are hidden in the depths of its caverns. The Gruta do Lago Azul is one of the most impressive, with a deep blue tone that changes according to the light. The underground lake reaches about 90 meters in depth and is where fossils of prehistoric animals have been found. These include traces of giant sloths and saber-toothed tigers that once lived here. In the silence of this cavern, nature seems to have stopped time. Bonito is a window into an ancient, delicate, and deeply surprising world. Brazil is a country of extraordinary contrasts. After traveling through the Amazon, our journey now leads us to a completely different landscape. welcome to the Chapada dos Veadeiros and the Cerrado, one of the most fascinating ecosystems in South America. It is a territory where trees appear twisted by the wind and fire. At first glance, this landscape can seem dry and even hostile during much of the year. However, beneath the surface lies one of Brazil's most important natural treasures. The Cerrado is considered by many scientists as the true cradle of the waters of the country. With nearly 2 million square kilometers, it occupies approximately a quarter of Brazilian territory. It is the tropical savanna with the highest biodiversity on the planet and houses more than 12,000 species of plants. About half of these species do not exist anywhere else on Earth. The roots of many of its plants can penetrate more than 10 meters deep in search of water. They function as authentic natural pumps, favoring the infiltration of rainwater into underground aquifers. Thanks to this mechanism, the Cerrado feeds some of the most important river basins in South America. Rivers that travel thousands of kilometers before reaching the ocean are born here. It is estimated that 70% of the fresh water of Brazil's main basins has a connection with the Cerrado. Without this biome, the Pantanal and the Amazon would lose part of their vital hydrological connections. The Cerrado also houses more than 850 species of birds and 250 species of mammals. Here live the maned wolf, the giant anteater, the pampas deer, and the powerful jaguar. It is an ecosystem built on resilience, where many plants sprout again after natural fires. Within this landscape is the Chapada dos Veadeiros, a plateau of remote geological origins. Its rock formations are more than 1.2 billion years old, being much older than the dinosaurs. The mountains and waterfalls observed today are the result of processes that began eons ago. None of its landscapes is as surprising as the famous Valle da Lua, Valley of the Moon. Its light-colored rocks feature undulating shapes and sculpted cavities reminiscent of another world. For thousands of years, the waters of the São Miguel River slowly eroded the crystalline quartz. The minerals reflect silver and gold glints, increasing the feeling of an alien landscape. The Chapada dos Veadeiros reminds us that the most powerful forces are not always the fastest. Some work in silence for centuries, shaping the world drop by drop until they create extraordinary scenarios. If there is a place that symbolizes the beating heart of Brazil, it is the Amazon. It is a biological machine where millions of life forms have evolved over generations. Here, time moves at a different pace, marked by rains and the rising of rivers. It is a cycle of nature that still completely dominates the landscape. With more than 5.5 million square kilometers, the Amazon is the largest tropical rainforest on the planet. Its territory is shared among 9 South American countries. Nearly 60% of this immense jungle is located within Brazil. If it were an independent country, it would be among the 10 largest in the world. The Amazon houses approximately 10% of all species known to science. Researchers estimate that more than 40,000 species of plants live here. Around 1,300 species of birds and more than 430 species of mammals inhabit the jungle. Every year, new species continue to be discovered that had never been recorded before. Giant trees form a natural cathedral of colossal dimensions. Some specimens emerge more than 60 meters above the ground and live for centuries. Their canopies create a green roof so dense that sunlight barely reaches the ground. Beneath this canopy live jaguars, tapirs, monkeys, and sloths. Harpy eagles, anacondas, and poison dart frogs occupy different levels of this vertical city. Rivers are the arteries that keep this ecosystem alive. The Amazon River, the most voluminous in the world, transports 20% of all the fresh water reaching the oceans. Its drainage basin feeds a fluvial network with more than 1,100 tributaries. During the rainy season, enormous stretches of forest become completely flooded. In some regions, the water level can rise more than 10 meters. This transformation forces countless species to adapt to a temporarily aquatic world. Every corner of the Amazon hides a new biological secret. A single hectare of forest can contain more tree species than entire countries. Right in the middle of this green immensity, an unexpected city arises. Manaus. This metropolis of more than 2 million inhabitants stands on the banks of the Rio Negro. It is an urban island in the heart of wild nature. The history of Manaus is deeply linked to the rubber boom. In the late 19th century, the global demand for latex turned it into an economic center. The most famous symbol of that era is the Amazon Theatre. Opened in 1896, it was built with luxury materials imported from Europe. Its multicolored dome recalls a time when opera echoed in the jungle. Today, Manaus continues to be the main gateway to the Amazon. It is a natural laboratory where life has reached incredible levels of diversity. Each tree and each creature plays an essential role in the balance of the planet. But the true jewel of the Chapada is in the heights, or rather, in the falling waters. Chapada dos Veadeiros is a cathedral of water, a kingdom sculpted by time where rivers meander through ancient rock blocks. Its waterfalls impress not only for their beauty, but also for their grandeur. Some reach more than 100 meters in height. They form veils of water that vanish into the Cerrado horizon, offering a majestic sight. Others fall with massive force, sculpting deep canyons and natural pools of enchanting blue color. This unique landscape originated thousands of years ago, when the movement of the Earth's crust formed one of the oldest terrains on the planet. The quartz rocks that dominate the region make the Shapada a true geological reliquary. They reflect the sunlight and create a nearly mystical glow over the vegetation at sunset. In addition to the visual spectacle, these waters are a source of life, feeding rivers that sustain impressive biodiversity. Here the Cerrado reveals its strength and delicacy simultaneously among massive stone walls. Between immense walls sculpted by erosion, the water continues its patient work, creating havens of peace forgotten by time. The Cerrado houses a unique fauna, such as the maned wolf silently moving through the golden landscape. With its long legs made for walking over high vegetation, the maned wolf is a ghost of the night. It is a discreet predator that is rarely seen by the human eye in the wild. Many believe that this region is located over one of the largest quartz plates in the world, radiating a special energy. This makes the Chapada a destination for those seeking spiritual connection and balance. Every river that runs and every creature that dwells here is part of a perfect balance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment to continue this journey of discovering these wonders with us. In the heart of the Brazilian Northeast lies one of the most fascinating states in the country, Maranhão. It is a place where contrasting landscapes and a history-rich culture intertwine. From the colonial streets of São Luís to the fishing villages, the past and present coexist harmoniously. But among all its riches, one stands out as a unique phenomenon in the world: the Lençóis Maranhenses. Imagine a desert where white sand dunes stretch as far as the eye can see. However, unlike any other desert, this place contains the unthinkable. Among the dunes, crystalline lagoons emerge like blue mirrors under the scorching sun. This is one of the most impressive and surreal landscapes on this planet. Formed over thousands of years by the action of winds and tides, this ecosystem covers more than 1,500 square kilometers. It is an area larger than entire cities like Los Angeles or London. During the rainy season, the water accumulates, creating a labyrinth of turquoise and emerald-colored lagoons. It is a rare phenomenon that does not exist elsewhere in the world in this manner. While the Sahara impresses with infinite dunes, here the dunes dance with water. The landscape transforms with each season, offering a view that is always renewed and enchanting. The Lençóis Maranhenses possess a living and fragile beauty, which can only be admired during certain times of the year. It is one of the most beautiful proofs of nature's infinite creativity. Bahia is one of the most diverse and fascinating territories in Brazil, a place where nature manifests with extraordinary intensity. From the semi-arid regions of the interior to the depths of the Atlantic Ocean, each landscape reveals a different facet. Ancient mountains, tropical forests, mangroves, coral reefs, and endless beaches coexist here. These lands house some of the most emblematic species of all South America. In the heart of the state emerges the Chapada Diamantina, one of Brazil's most impressive natural treasures. This sanctuary occupies thousands of square kilometers and is part of a mountain range shaped by geological forces. Its rocky walls, deep valleys, and elevated plateaus house unique and fascinating ecosystems there. Species adapted to conditions very different from those that dominate the tropical coast survive. The waterfalls that descend from its cliffs sometimes reach more than 300 meters in height. These waters feed crystalline rivers that meander between extremely ancient rock formations. In many corners of the Chapada, the landscape seems to have completely stopped in time. It is as if nature had decided to preserve a part of the continent's history intact. Further south, the Recanto de Corumbau represents another completely different side of the Bahia region. Here, isolated beaches, transparent waters, and extensive strips of pure white sand predominate. The rhythm of nature continues to mark the passing days in this little altered coastline. It is a refuge where seabirds, turtles, and tropical fish find ideal conditions to thrive. The name Corumbau comes from an indigenous expression meaning place far from everything. The feeling of isolation and tranquility turns this region into a unique coastal retreat. To the north, the Bahian coast reveals Salvador, a city known for its enormous historical wealth. However, it is also surrounded by impressive and vibrant natural diversity. Protected bays, mangroves, and small islands form an ecological mosaic for countless marine species. But it is further out at sea where one of the greatest natural spectacles of all Brazil occurs. About 70 kilometers from the coast is the Abrolhos Marine National Park. It is considered one of the most important and vital marine ecosystems in the South Atlantic. Its reefs house hundreds of species of fish, corals, mollusks, and sea turtles. Here lies the largest and most biodiverse coral bank in the entire South Atlantic Ocean. The waters of Abrolhos function as a gigantic marine nursery and safe zone for reproduction. Each year, between July and November, a much larger visitor becomes the protagonist. These are the humpback whales, known locally in Brazilian territory as jubates. These giants perform one of the most impressive and longest migrations in the animal kingdom. Each year, they travel between 4,000 and 8,000 kilometers from Antarctica to the coast of Bahia. An adult can reach 16 meters in length and exceed 40 tons in weight. Their pectoral fins can measure up to a third of the total length of their colossal body. They are extraordinarily agile animals capable of performing leaps out of the water that defy logic. The warm waters of Bahia offer the perfect environment for these whales to mate. Here, females find safer conditions to give birth to their newborn calves. The calves are born measuring around 4 meters and weighing nearly a ton. During the first months of life, they depend completely on nutritious mother's milk. Their growth is so fast that they can increase dozens of kilograms in weight each day. Meanwhile, males compete for attention through physical displays and underwater songs. These songs are among the most complex sounds produced by any animal on Earth. Scientists know they play a fundamental role in the species' communication. Decades ago, humpback whales were on the verge of collapse due to commercial hunting. Thanks to international protection, thousands of specimens today return to Abrolhos every year. When a whale emerges next to its calf at dawn, it reveals the natural richness of Bahia. It is a territory where the land, the sea, and the sky meet in harmony. Bahia is a land of contrasts, of extraordinary biodiversity, and of incomparable beauty. Each landscape tells a story and reminds us why Brazil is an extraordinary country. Located on the triple border with Argentina and Paraguay, the Iguazu Falls are a wonder. They are considered one of the largest and most impressive natural monuments on the planet. From the Brazilian side, you find the most spectacular and privileged view of the entire set. This panorama allows one to contemplate the grandeur of the spectacle in all its imposing force. The falls arose from volcanic activities and the displacement of tectonic plates millennia ago. These forces created an enormous rift through which the voluminous Iguazu River runs today. There are 275 waterfalls spread over nearly 3 kilometers of total extension. Some reach 80 meters in height, forming a liquid wall that roars like thunder. The fall kicks up a constant mist, creating natural rainbows and a magical atmosphere. They are recognized as a UNESCO Natural World Heritage Site due to their exceptional value. The Iguazu Falls are a living demonstration of the Earth's internal force. It is the place where geology and nature meet to create an impressive landscape. Brazil has the privilege of offering this experience in all its magnificent magnitude. It is the perfect closure for a journey through the natural wonders of this nation. Pernambuco is a state where nature and history walk side by side, forming a fascinating landscape of the Brazilian northeast. Its lands are marked by ancient rock formations that support both the interior mountains and the exuberant coastline. Beneath this soil exist little-known riches, valuable minerals and underground reserves. But it is on the surface where Pernambuco exhibits its most impressive treasures to the world. In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean shines the archipelago of Fernando de Noronha, an ecological sanctuary considered a natural World Heritage Site. Here, dolphins, turtles, and crystalline waters are part of a mystical setting. On the coast, the charm continues in Porto de Galinhas, with its natural pools sculpted in coral reefs, Carneiros Beach, with its white sand and transparent sea, is one of the most admired postcards of Brazil. The state of Piauí keeps landscapes that surprise and enchant with their singular beauty. Amidst the dry climate of the Sertão emerge canyons, perennial rivers, and impressive rock formations. Nature here shows itself as resilient, diverse, and surprisingly rich. The state houses the vegetation of the caatinga, which blooms even in the most arid periods of the hot land. The wide and clean sky of Piauí is an invitation to contemplation. The silence of its natural landscapes transmits a serene force that is hard to forget for any visitor. For its part, Santa Catarina is a state where nature is revealed in breathtaking landscapes, between beaches of clear waters and mountains covered by native forest. The contrast of settings enchants in every discovery. Araucaria forests, misty valleys, and green slopes form a natural mosaic that impresses with its diversity. High in the Sierra lies one of the greatest spectacles, the Serra do Rio do Rastro. The road meanders through the mountains, revealing viewpoints with impressive views of vertical walls. From above, the gaze reaches vast horizons where the highland meets the sea. Santa Catarina is living nature in its purest form, a state where green dominates and the air is fresh. It is a land that impresses with its strength and inspires with every small detail of the territory. Sergipe and Alagoas, two neighbouring states in the northeast, share enchanting landscapes and immense rivers in Sergipe. Brazil's smallest state, the grandeur of nature is revealed in the impressive Jingo Canyon. There, the São Francisco River meanders between reddish rock walls, creating one of the most spectacular settings in the country. It is a masterpiece of erosion and time. In Alagoas, the waters of the São Francisco continue their journey to meet the sea among colourful cliffs and vibrant mangroves. Sergipe also reserves rock formations that indicate ancient processes of land elevation. These forces created plateaus, valleys, and rivers with waterfalls that cut the landscape with singular beauty. Sergipe and Alagoas demonstrate that you don't need to be large in area to be great in nature. On the other hand, Espírito Santo is a state where mountains seem to touch the sky. Monumental rock formations sculpt the landscape with the elegance and strength of granite. The Capixaba relief is marked by immense blocks of granite that rise abruptly from the earth. Many of these giants are part of the mountain belt known as the Sea of Hills. Among forests, trails, and springs, biodiversity thrives in the mild climate of the mountains. Espírito Santo still guards hidden treasures like coves and transparent waterfalls. Preservation areas protect rare species of the Atlantic forest in this state. It is a territory small in size, but giant in beauty and natural diversity. Brazil, with each of its states, reminds us that life manifests in infinite forms and colors. Espírito Santo is the perfect example of rock's endurance and the forest's vitality. Every corner of this nation is a piece of a giant puzzle of beauty and balance. We invite you to continue discovering the mysteries of Brazil with us. We follow now to the state of São Paulo, where nature reveals itself far beyond the large urban centres. In the interior arise trails, rivers, and waterfalls that surprise with their tranquility. On the coast, beaches surrounded by Atlantic forest and small bays like Ubatuba or Ilha Bela turn this into a natural refuge. These coastal landscapes make São Paulo an unexpected sanctuary. Going down the map, we reach Paraná, where the green of the Serra do Mar rises high above the ocean. Here, one of the most intact patches of Atlantic forest in all of Brazil is preserved. Here you find the Pico Paraná, the highest point of the south with an altitude of more than 1,800 meters. From these heights, the silence and power of the jungle create an experience detached from the modern world. In Rio Grande do Sul, nature acquires new forms, such as deep canyons and araucaria forests. The landscape here transmits a majestic and serene beauty. The seasons change the colors and sounds of the landscape powerfully throughout the year. It is a land where human identity and nature are closely intertwined. From the far south, we travel to Rio Grande do Norte, where dunes touch the warm sea waters. Here, the arid land of the interior meets the tropical coast. Its beaches, cliffs, and lagoons make this state one of the most unique landscapes in the northeast. It is a dance of contrasts between aridity and tropical abundance. In the middle of the mountains of the southeast arises Minas Gerais, a state where nature blends deeply with history. Waterfalls, caves, and ancient trails create a majestic setting. In Capitolio, rock walls stand over green water, creating impressive canyons. The lakes here reflect the sky like giant natural mirrors. We continue toward Tocantins, a young state, but one that contains extraordinary natural treasures. It houses the Jalapão region with vibrant golden dunes and crystalline springs. The transparent rivers and the plateaus that rise among the Cerrado savanna create an enchanting setting. The pristine nature here reveals a silent and seductive power. And finally, we reach Rio de Janeiro, where nature is seen as a perfect masterpiece, from the winding coastline to the forest-shadowed mountains. Every corner overwhelms the visitor. The Serra da Mantiqueira, hidden beaches and islands turn this state into a unique natural mosaic. Here, sea, mountain, and forest meet to create a powerful image. Brazil is not just an immense country, it is one of the great living treasures of the earth. In its more than 8.5 million square kilometers coexist the Amazon, the Cerrado, the Pantanal, the Atlantic forest, the Caatinga, and the Pampa. These 6 biomes sustain a natural wealth hard to compare. Here dwell about 15% to 20% of all known species on the planet, more than 1,900 species of birds, around 750 mammals, and thousands of species of fish. Reptiles and plants create this extraordinary network. Jaguars, macaws, pink dolphins, tapirs, and many others represent this vast diversity. Every creature, whether large or small, plays an essential role in the ecosystem's balance. But this greatness also brings responsibility. Brazil faces increasingly urgent challenges such as deforestation, fires, and river pollution. The disorderly expansion of cities and climate change pressure wildlife. When forests are fragmented, many species lose their food, shelter, and natural migration routes. The loss of a forest doesn't just mean the disappearance of trees. It means less clean water, less climatic balance, and fewer life opportunities for thousands of species. When a river becomes contaminated, it is not just the fish swimming in its waters that suffers. The birds, mammals, human communities, and the entire ecosystem depending on it also suffer. Therefore, protecting Brazil means protecting much more than beautiful landscapes. It means caring for water sources, conserving forests, and respecting wild animals. We must understand that every human action leaves a footprint. Nature is not an infinite resource, but a delicate web where when one link is broken, the entire system changes. This documentary was just a small window into an immense territory, full of beauty and natural strength. there are still many paths to travel and many intriguing stories to share. Knowing nature is the first step to valuing it, and valuing it is the first step to protecting it. We hope this journey has inspired you to look at the natural world with more wonder. If you like this journey, support this channel by leaving your like and subscribing to follow along. Write in the comments which place, biome, or animal you would like to see in the next documentary. Your support helps these stories reach more people and discover the importance of protecting wildlife. Together, we can spread the message of conservation. Brazil is pride, life, and responsibility. As long as there are voices willing to tell its wonders, this journey through nature will never end.